Hey guys, it is me again. Trying to get my cup set there where you can't see it too much, where it ain't in the way. See what today is, guys. Tuesday, I think. October 25th. Yeah. Makes it day 298 on our project Serving More. Again, everybody, I'm going to try to make this video shorter than my last couple. I know they've been the 13, 14, 15 minute range. Man, my hair is all pieces. I've had a hat on today, guys. And that's the only thing about when I wear a hat. When my hair gets long like this, it sticks out everywhere. So, probably should have kept the hat on. But I don't like wearing a hat making a video in here. Hopefully, the next day or two, I'll get my hair cut. But anyway, guys, as I'm here, I hope, to be honest, guys, I just made a mistake. I started my webcam up and forgot to pull my e-sword up, so that's what I just did. So I'm hoping that the e-sword coming up will not affect this, but we'll just have to wait and see. So like I said, I'm glad everybody's here tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video I made of doing the rear end job on the Dodge truck. So hope everybody enjoyed that. I've not got to look at the comments yet on that video, guys. I've been so busy this evening doing some stuff. I've been trying to find aluminum. My place didn't get my aluminum tubing back in. I can't nail down whether for certain the store in Virginia's got it, so I'm just ordering it from McMaster-Carr. So again, Brother Woody, thanks for that tip on McMaster-Carr. They are the stuff. And it's actually cheaper getting it from them. They're well, I don't know, they're a few cents cheaper. It's not much difference, but I didn't want to run to Virginia, waste all evening, maybe $20 worth of fuel or whatever, and get over there and them not have it, so I know as cheap as McMaster-Carr is on their shipping, or at least for my first package, I like that about them. They charge me $5 and something to ship my first package. Who does $5 shipping anymore? I mean, everybody anymore is at least, I don't care what you get. If you get a box the size of this bottle here, I mean, they want to charge you $12, $15, $18, $20. So, I mean, that tells me that they're willing to just break even on their shipping to get to sell you stuff. So, I'm hoping they're not going to be too bad on the 5 pieces of pipe or tubing. That's what I'm ordering in the morning. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, I want to thank you all for watching my vids. I made a vid this evening on my sonic cleaner, my ultrasonic cleaner. Just kind of showed me putting some carburetor parts in it and doing that. And I showed putting the carburetor back together. But it's just like the Dodge truck video. It's about a 15 or 16 minute video it's going to be when I get it put together. So it's going to take a while to upload it. So I couldn't do it tonight. So I'm going to try to get that done and upload that tomorrow evening, guys. And then tomorrow evening, I'm going to try to maybe shoot the Briggs video. Me actually putting that Briggs and Stratton engine together, or at least part of it. And then so maybe the following day I can get that uploaded. But I do want to, like I said, guys, you don't know how much you make. Especially, I've got a few new subscribers. Milo and VW Darren and some people just here recently that just started watching my stuff. And I'll be honest, for a while I went, seemed like I hit the 500 subscriber mark pretty quick. And then, once I hit 500, it's like it stalled out, and I've not got any new subscribers in a long time. And, it was just kind of, I don't know. It just, you kind of think, well, people have lost interest, when you quit getting new subscribers and things like that. And I've had a lot of people, my comments have kind of fell off on my Project Serve Him More compared to the Project Jesus 365. And so you just kind of feel like everybody's lost interest. So it does feel good to have some new people and some people commenting and things like that. But like I said, guys, you do mean a lot to me, and I don't want you to ever forget it. Let's see. I guess that's about it. As always, I just want you all to pray for me, pray for my business, pray for the church. and the family, and all the different things that you do. So anyway, guys, let's get on to the important thing tonight here, and that is, of course, the Word of God. That's why we're here tonight. So Acts chapter 9. Oh, one more thing, Brother Woody. I was going to ask you this. The tubing that I've used so far, the 1-inch square tubing that I've used, it don't have a grading on it. It does not say what it is. So I'm guessing, considering that don't even say what it is, it's not going to matter what the other tubing is. But the tubing I'm getting from MasterCard is 6063. It's not 6061. It's 6063. That's all they've got in the size that I need in the thinner wall tubing. I'm using 1/16 of an inch wall. I mean, I know technically it'd probably be better to use 1/8 inch wall, but you know, this is not going to have to hold a car up. I mean, you know, the welder probably weighs like 75 pounds, and the tank, you know, is going to be kind of heavy, but I know it'll hold it. But anyway, they didn't make 6061 in the 1/16 of an inch wall, so I got to get 6063. So yeah, I think it's T52, 6063 T52 is the temper on it. So you know, I mean, if for some reason that just absolutely you know that will not work, maybe try to email me before in the morning. That way I can not order it. But like I said, the tubing I'm using so far, I don't even know what it is. It's a Stanley brand. It's got a Stanley tag on it, and it don't even say what it is. So I mean, I'm sure that'll work. From what I read on McMaster-Carr's website, it said the 6063 was just a little bit lower tensile strength than 6061, but it had more corrosion resistance. So, but anyway, just if it absolutely will not work, just let me know. But you know, I'm sure that it will. But I just want to get your opinion on that. Anyway, let's get to the important part tonight, guys. Acts 9:13. And so we've seen that Paul has been blinded on the road to Damascus, and that's where we're at right now. Then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard by many of this man how much evil he hath done to thy saints at Jerusalem. And here he hath authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name. Excuse me, guys, I know I get some of these words twisted up sometimes. You know, I don't ever do that preaching. Funny thing about it, I really don't. It's just for some reason when I'm filming, I try to go too fast is what it is. I go faster on here than I do when I'm preaching. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. And Ananias went his way and entered into the house, and putting his hands on him, said, Brother Saul, the Lord, even Jesus, that appeared unto thee, in the way as thou camest, hath sent me, that thou mightest receive thy sight and be filled with the Holy Ghost. And immediately there fell from his eyes as it had been scales, that he received sight forthwith, and arose and was baptized. And when he had received meat, he was strengthened. Then was Saul certain days with the disciples which were at Damascus. And straightway he preached Christ in the synagogues, that he is the Son of God. But all that heard him were amazed, and said, Is not this he that destroyed them which called on the name in Jerusalem, and came hither for the intent, that he might bring them bound unto the chief priest? But Saul increased the more in strength, and confounded the Jews which dwelt at Damascus, proving that this is very Christ. And after that many days were fulfilled, the Jews took counsel to kill him. But their laying await was known to Saul, and they watched the gates day and night, to kill him. That's where we're going to end, guys. We know what happens next, that Saul actually escapes out of the city. They let him down the wall in a basket, but we'll get to that in the next reading. But you know, guys, this right here, I mean, really, this story right here, man, it means so much to me. I think it should mean a lot to all of us, because number one, it's showing us, look how bad Paul was when he was Saul. I mean, he was the main man responsible for killing Christians and persecuting them, having them thrown in jail. I mean, I don't know if he actually killed any by his own hand, but he ordered it done. He watched it done. You know, he stood there and held Stephen's clothes while they stoned him. And look what the Lord ended up making him into. You know, he can do that to any of us, guys. We all think sometimes that we've been down the road too far. We've done too much. We've went down. We've turned our back on God too much. We've done too much. We've sinned too much. We've done a sin that was too bad. Guys, remember Saul. Remember Paul. You know, most of us have not killed people or have ordered people killed or persecuted the church like Saul did, but God still used him. He had that change of heart. He showed him who he was. Luckily, Saul chose to have that change of heart, and he became one of the greatest preachers of all time. Wrote most of the New Testament. You know, influenced the world like few men have. Probably the few men that have influenced the world more than Paul was probably Jesus Christ himself. Is probably one of the only few that has influenced more people than Paul. I mean, I think Paul has influenced more people than John the Baptist, Peter, almost anybody. Just mainly from his you know, writing most of the New Testament. But you know, I mean, look what the Lord done with him. So we can all turn around. We can all be used by God. Something else I get out of this too, though, now I don't want to be one of these preachers that just talk about the ushy-gushy feel-good stuff. You notice how the Lord tells Ananias here about Saul in verse 16, for I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. You know, he had to suffer for the Lord. And I think sometimes, guys, just like me, when we have to go through things in our lives, you know, even though we're saved now, you know, just like me, just like, you know, you guys know this bankruptcy deal that I just, you know, got done going through. You know, it wasn't because of my garage, wasn't because of business. You know, it was because of something I'd done back when I was on drugs, you know, back when I spent all this money on these credit cards, running these big credit card bills up, you know, and then I went from making really good money to not making much money at all, and you know, I got to where I just couldn't pay for them, and you know, it come down to either filing bankruptcy or losing my house. You know, they were trying to take my house. So, you know, it's one of those things. Even though I'm a Christian now and the Lord's forgive me for what I've done, I'm still paying for some of my mistakes. Back what the old man did. You know, the man that was not saved done. So, you know, just like Paul. I mean, I think that's one reason that Paul, even once he got saved and when he was out here preaching the gospel, look how much he went through. Look how many times he was thrown in jail. Look how many times he was beaten, and he was even stoned till he died. I think he died. Some people say he didn't. I think he died. You know, when he was talking about when he went into the third heaven. You know, I knew a man when he's telling that story, and you know, and you can tell he's talking about himself. You know, I think he died, and the Lord sent him back. You know, the Lord said, "You're not done. You're going back." You know, but he, you know, he had to suffer a lot for the Lord's sake. So even when we're saved, guys, when our lives get tough and these things are just hounding us to death, we got to try to remember that. And I'm worse than anybody for not, but we got to remember that this suffering sometimes is just you know, it happens. You know, it just happens. Sometimes it's a lesson from the Lord. Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's just the world getting us down. Sometimes it's just the devil kicking us in the side of the head. But either way, we have to persevere through because we know that God's going to make it all worth it one day. So anyway, guys, hope you got something out of this tonight. I love you all. If you need anything, as always, let me know. Like I said, anytime you want to hit me up on, find me on Skype. My name on it's Knee Down for God, same deal. Anything you guys ever need, let me know. So, good Lord willing, guys, I will be back here tomorrow night. And then this video has turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but maybe tomorrow night I'll get a short one in. But I love you guys. Like I said, thanks for being here. I will be here tomorrow night if the good Lord allows it. If not, then I'll just have to deal with that then. Until I see you guys again, good night. God bless.